Welcome back everybody to Boats vs. Haulover, where man and machine take on Mother Nature, typically down at Haulover Inlet, but today we are visiting Haulover's cousin to the north, Boca, and it is a rough one. We've got a small craft advisory in effect, an outgoing tide, probably 3-foot seas, and we've got this sea swirl that's trying to battle its way out, but this crew is absolutely struggling. I mean, we've got the fenders out, maybe that'll help a little bit, but I don't know, this crew probably needs to go ahead and make a Boca U-turn, but Cap looks like he's going to continue to try and venture out. Bro, you're getting yourself into a bad spot. He's pinned himself in between the rocks and the breakers. This is not good. You're going to have to throttle up and try and get out of there, bro. And oh no, he's getting into it. Our crew... This is not good. You can't get sideways in the breakers, and they are on the rocks. Unbelievable. Cap just puts the boat in the complete wrong spot, and they are washed up onto the rocks. Everybody appears to be okay. Our camera guy, Big Mike, decides to run over here, and we're going to check it out. Everybody looks to be fine. I mean, everybody seems in a calm, relaxed condition as well. I mean, our guy's not even going to be bothered by this. He's just going to finish his adult beverage. Just look back like, yeah, bro, I don't know what to do. But I'm just guessing it's not his boat. But our crew, thankfully, everyone's all right. This could have ended a lot worse. They got lucky. They landed on the rocks, actually. This boat easily probably could have got tossed up in that whitewash and flipped over and capsized, which would have probably put this crew in a much worse spot. And I don't see easy access to life jackets anywhere on this boat. So after a little time, some lifeguards came over. They've evacuated everybody off the inlet and the jetty. So the boat's just sitting there by itself. Towboats showed up with the possibility of towing this out. But for those of you who don't know, if towboat's doing a salvage, even if you have insurance, it's typically not covered. And it's usually a $5,000 to $6,000 job. And this crew decided it was not worth the $5,000 to $6,000. Apparently, after our camera guy talked to them for a little bit, this crew's only had this boat for 3 days. So this is the first time they were ever even able to take it out, and this is where it wound up. And after finding out the cost to get it off the rocks, they decided to abandon the boat. That's right, they're literally going to just leave it sitting here on the rocks at Boca Inlet. And this is the aftermath after it sat on the rocks and took a pounding for quite some time. You can see the console off to the right, completely removed from the boat. The engine's still barely hanging on to the transom, but the boat's took an absolute pounding now at this point in time. But we're going to release the drone here in a few moments so you can get some images of the other side. You're going to see the gunnels are chewed up, that console's gone, and I mean, the boat just took a beating, and once again, it's just abandoned. Now, I'm not 100% sure what the fate of this vessel was. When we left Boca here at the end of this day, the boat was sitting in the position you see right here. When we showed up the next day, the console was still there, the steering wheel was still there, but the actual hull of the vessel was gone. So I'm not sure if it was removed by local authorities, if the tide came in and eventually pulled this boat out, or if it possibly broke apart into pieces and is sunk right here next to the inlet. But one fate is certain on this one. This boat's going to take a loss in the first round, and if I've ever seen a TKO knockout in the first round, this is it, and Boca's going to take the win in this episode. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Boats vs. Haulover. If you did, please check out our other content. We have Wavy Boats, who does a bunch of great things down at the inlets. My channel, Broncos Guru, does some great comedy boating videos there as well. And of course, we've got Miami Boat Ramps that focuses on all the hilarity that happens at the boat ramps in South Florida. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.